toric design, right? So of course, for alpha ortho lenses, for spherical or standard design, it's always our cornea cylinder below 1.5 diameters, right? So what you can do here, so depends on the topography maps that you have, right? So we need to refer to the cornea cylinder here, and of course, for a certain topographer, they have some information about the sagittal differential at 8 mm. So it will tell you the informations, the cornea informations at the 8 mm or 7 mm area. So why? This is because this is where the lens sits on the cornea. So when we fit patients, the alignment zone is actually at this area, which is important for the lens situations. So it will tell us the information about this. And of course, we recommended if, let's say, sagittal differentials that is below 30 micron, which indicates that these patients or this cornea, maybe you can proceed with the standard design. You don't need toric design for that. If let's say above 30 micron, that means we have to go for toric design properly, right? So this is some tips for us when we choose the design for the patients. Okay, so of course, for this case, definitely very obvious we will go for the spherical design. Alright, so after you choose design, first we need to identify the flat K, and if you are fitting toric design, you need additional parameters because the K here, right? Flat K, lens diameter, and the target power. Okay, so when we do 12 feet, of course, I mean for alpha ortho lenses, you can always go for 12 feet or by aberrator feet. It's up to practitioner's preference. So if we are doing a 12 feet, so our first 12 lens selections, the flat K, the lens flat K, we can just refer to the cornea flat K. So it's very straightforward, right? And of course, for the K reading, coverage will be from 40 diopters to 46.25 diopters. Okay, so in this case, we have flat K 41.95, stick K 42.26, right, with the cornea cylinder 0.3. Right. So of course we will use spherical design, and can anyone tell me what will be our flat K for the patients? The first trial lens, in this case, 42. Yeah. So it's very straightforward, very simple. Okay. So we will start with 42. Okay, so after that, once you choose the trial lens, you can always just put on the eye, and then we will start to check the fluorescence patterns, right? So I mean, depends on the trial set that you have in the clinic. If you have more set, then of course we have to look at other parameters as well, right? So we will look at the centration and the lens movement. So this is very important when we fit ortho, right? We want to make sure that the centration is good and the movement is smooth. So usually when I insert the lens, we will let patients to settle down for a few minutes, maybe one to 2 minutes, just to let the tears become more stable. Then we can proceed to check the fluorescence patterns. So we have to make sure that the centration is good and the movement is good. Okay, so when we look at the fluorescence patterns, so we will assess through the base curve, alright? So you can see, when we talk about the base curve, that means the central optical zone here. So the ideal bearing area should be around at least 3 to 4 mm width, just nice to cover majority of the pupil size, right? And the center clearance usually in between 5 to 10 micron. So for us, it looks like patchy kind of fluorescence pattern, but it's actually not. It's just that our eye cannot see the fluorescence dye that is less than 20 micron, right? So always there's a very thin clearance there, okay? And for this example, you can see here, right? It's kind of like central pouring, right? So it's too much. The central clearance is too much. And for this, you can see, I'm not sure whether you can see some touching or not. So that indicates that there's a lack of optical clearance. So we don't want that happen as well, right? So we want something like this. Okay, so when we look through second part, reverse curve. So reverse curve refer to the fluorescence analysis here, right? So this is